what's happening, guys? I hope we're all doing good. So I am here today to listen to some more Ultrakill. I asked you guys, what Ultrakill song would you like me to take a listen to? And you guys said Altars of Apostasy. Really excited to listen to this one again because I have played Layer 6, so I do know the context of this OST, which is why I'm really excited to listen to it again, because I think in the chaos of actually playing the game, you sometimes don't always necessarily get to take in the kind of emotional context of a song. You just are kind of in the moment and it sort of hypes you up, but you really don't kind of get to hear the kind of little things that the composer sort of puts in there to really set the theme. And like Layer 6 was such an interesting layer with all of the kind of details it had in it. It had some incredible fights in it, obviously ended with the Gabriel stuff. So I'm going to listen to Altars of Apostasy with some context. So I am very excited to go through this song today. Also, we're also going to be listening to a song from Layer 7, which I have not completed yet. So this is going to be a song I have not heard of. So I'm going to have no context. So we're going to be doing a bit of both. So let's start with the Altars of Apostasy. Okay, so Layer 6 was really interesting because this was the layer that was representing heresy. And when I remember when you first dropped down, it genuinely, you just see these like red hues and you feel like you're in hell. I think it's like the first time in the game I felt like I was in hell. It was genuinely an intimidating layer. And I'm excited to hear how the music really reflected that. There was some serious moments where it did feel genuinely quite scary and intimidating as well. So yeah, let's take a listen to this. Oh man. So good though. So good. Layer genuinely needs you to be very quick. It was a very fast-paced layer. And there was a lot thrown at you as well in very quick succession. Like, oh man, some of the rooms were just insane. There's this kind of underlying tone that's sort of been there since the beginning of the song, and it's quite a sort of repetitive tone. And I think as this is the layer that is meant to represent I think it's meant to be like the sinners getting sort of tortured. And like I said, it's the most kind of stereotypical hell-based layer of, you know, sinners going somewhere for not believing in like God, obviously heresy, heretics, it's obviously a religious-based thing. And so having this tone underneath and having it kind of repeating itself feels like that kind of eternal torment that they are having to be put back through again and again and again. Oh, it's such a good layer. It's so interesting. Oh man. But I didn't like that they brought Swords Machine back. That was horrifying. Horrifying. That's so interesting. Interesting. Do you know what that moment is giving me the vibes of? I'm getting Silent Hill vibes. Dude, that like repeated no, it's really giving me Silent Hill vibes, which, I mean, I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, which is probably why I just heard that in there. But that is interesting, though, because Silent Hill, if you guys haven't played it, it is definitely a game series I would recommend checking out if you're really into horror games, especially psychological horror or survival horror. It is very much along those lines. I would recommend checking out 2 and 3 if you're going to play any of them. But it just gives me that sort of Silent Hill vibe with that kind of repeated note. And Silent Hill is kind of about characters being trapped in purgatory and essentially like sinners having to kind of redeem themselves of these sins, and it's used to do with like cults and stuff. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it just reminded me of that for a minute, and I was like, ooh, it just jarred me a bit. But also, I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, so like I will find Silent Hill wherever I can. But yeah, it just really gave me that vibe for a minute. I was like, oh, that just what? I was like, that really gives me that Silent Hill vibe, which I love. And if it is meant to be a Silent Hill reference, that is amazing. I doubt it, but that's just where my brain's going to go because I just want more Silent Hill in my life. But hey ho, not literally because that's terrifying, but I mean like in my gaming life because I don't play enough Silent Hill nowadays. This very much does really feel like a boss theme. Like V1's boss theme. V1, like, honestly, it really does feel that way. The music in this game, this is good enough to be a boss theme. It's nuts. Yeah, the theme has been like so unrelenting as well. It is this kind of constant pressure on yourself, which I think even just from the environment you feel, you know, with all like the red light coming through the windows, it does feel like you're being watched. And knowing, especially when you drop down into like the city of Dis and like Gabriel's voice, it starts coming at you. Oh man, it just feels like you're being watched throughout this whole layer. It's so cool. It's honestly so perfectly done. Like masterclass in setting up an act. It's just so perfect. And this song really just adds to that pressure. I mean, I can't stop hearing Silent Hill now, which I love. I just love this idea of this journey through purgatory to face your own sins, even though we know that isn't V1's journey. That actually is probably more Gabriel's journey. Oh, I think that's the bit where you drop down. Yeah. This is the bit where you drop down, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and just Gabriel's voice talking to you is so good though. Yeah, this game, like, even though you're playing as V1, the only character that's really had development is Gabriel, so it does feel a lot more like Gabriel's journey than V1's. And you're kind of watching it happen and influencing it just by doing what you're programmed to do, which is interesting, if you think about it. I love how when that silence came on, the theme completely changed. I loved that, and it actually did become more like more of Gabriel's theme. You know, it had that organ in there. It had more of that sort of religious and holy influence than the beginning of the theme, which I think is the bit where Gabriel really was making an appearance, from what I remember, I think. So it's so interesting. Like, this layer, especially the ending of this layer, where Gabriel obviously was put on essentially a timer for his existence, and then for Gabriel's actions at the end of the layer I'm so excited to see what they're going to do in layer 7, because I mean, I'm worried about it. I am a bit worried about it, but it was genuinely so interesting that this was the layer, because obviously with heresy, it's someone that, you know, doesn't either believe in religion or is kind of opposed to religion. A heretic, basically. And this is sort of the layer where Gabriel really begins to question the existence of God and God's power, and where are they, and the council, and obviously his actions against the council. So it's so interesting that this is the layer where all that happens. And the music, in a way, I think also kind of feels like Gabriel's kind of decision and journey, with this kind of like solid dedication, with the kind of tone of things not changing, and then this kind of change at the end of the song was just super interesting. Oh, it's such a good song. All right, so the other one that we're going to take a listen to is War Without Reason. Not gonna lie, this is a bit intimidating. The fuck is that? I'm gonna have to fight that shit, aren't I? That looks like a boss. What is that? Look how tiny V1 is compared. The fuck is this? But we're going to take a listen to this. I don't know what this theme is about, but yeah, we're going to take a gander. Ooh. Ooh, wait. It's such a different vibe. Holy shit. It does feel a bit more mechanical. Wondering if this is the boss theme. Oh shit! Oh, that just changed. Okay, I was like, it's a bit slow paced. Maybe this is where the boss is sort of like being revealed, and because it was a bit slower paced, and then this is where it's gearing up to do something fucking wild. Ooh. I don't like how big that is. I'm gonna have to parry it, aren't I? Ooh, it's quite a menacing song. Ooh, I like it though. It's so different. It's so much calmer than the previous layer. It does feel kind of emptier in a weird way. Like there isn't as many instruments going into it. It does feel... yeah. I was like, is there gonna be a drop? This is quite a menacing song, though. Ooh. Oh shit, I thought I thought we were done. Oh damn. Oh, that kind of feels like maybe we dropped down. Or something's dropped down. We already know Layer 7 has a tendency for jump scares, don't we, Minotaur? Oh, they kind of feel like warning bells in like a facility or something. This is a whole ass musical journey in this one song. Whoa. It is a tune though. Yeah, that sounds like alarm bells ringing. Huh. Interesting. Ooh, I like this bit. Wow. Wow. Okay, I can already tell you right now, we're fighting some giant ass fucking robot. That's not just from this image, by the way. Like, the music itself, I think, really echoes that. It feels huge. Like, whatever we're fighting, it isn't super fast. It feels large. It feels kind of slower pace. But with almost with that like low tone in the music and the depth of the music, it feels menacing, intimidating. It's large, but it's in charge, you know? We are fighting something of a huge magnitude that's powerful. That is the vibe that I got. It almost feels like potentially maybe this is something that is protecting this layer, something that's, I mean, almost just from the design, I almost get like, if you've ever seen, there's an episode of Black Mirror, which is like set in the future. There are these like guard dogs, that like robot guard dogs. It almost kind of feels like that, but huge. Feels like it's potentially protecting something or preventing people from leaving. We have kind of seen guardians before with, for example, like the corpse of King Minos, who kind of had the eyes watching out on the previous, in the previous layers. So we have seen this before, so I wonder whether or not this boss is some kind of, and obviously the Cerebus as well, they kind of act as some kind of guardian as well, so it kind of feels like they're some kind of guardian figure, some kind of giant robot that's keeping accountability or keeping things under control, potentially. That was kind of the feeling I got. It is massive though. Like, look at V1. It looks absolutely minuscule compared. Huge. There was a couple of parts where the music really did change, and I do wonder whether or not there is going to be multiple phases, whether or not maybe you have to shoot certain things off and it'll kind of transform partially, or like whether or not there's going to be like different weapon reveals. I don't know. I feel like this could be a multi-phase fight. I get that vibe, and I also don't trust this game after Gabriel. I don't think this is a Gabriel fight. It doesn't feel like one. This definitely feels like some large boss, potentially, that we're going to have to fight. And I'm going to have to fight, which is kind of terrifying. But regardless, this felt menacing. It felt so different, though. Like, even just comparing it to, like, the altars of Apostasy, it feels really different. And it's interesting because Act 6, obviously, which was very hell-based, and all the kind of environment was all red and it felt very torturous. Going into layer 7, I've only played like the beginning of the first part of that, literally 7-1. I've played, that's it, and it's such a different vibe. It's so interesting. It's so interesting already. It's completely different, so I'm excited to see more about layer 7 and Act 7 and how this is going to go, because I honestly don't know. But this theme was so different. It did feel more mechanical. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see what happens when we do the fight. I'm excited. But wow, what an awesome theme. It was really cool. Really cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Plenty more content on this channel. If you want to catch me playing Ultrakill at some point, and I have said that I do also want to play some of the kind of fan-made modded levels as well, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I will be doing that on here, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications. You can also join the Discord for all my stream announcements and just to hang out. It would be cool. And yeah, don't forget to leave a comment as to any other OSTs you'd like me to check out, any other games you'd like me to check out. Please do let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.